Well, here's the interesting thing, Mel. I think what we don't realize is that there's actually 5 steps from listening to change.
What?
Yeah, there's 5 in between, but they're very simple. And if we actually follow them, we're guaranteed success. So the first is learn. The fact that people are listening to us today, the fact that people follow you, they read your books, they may listen to mine, they get the opportunity to learn. But what's the difference? We know lots of people that learn but never get to change their life. So what's going wrong? What's the missing part? After learning, we have to experiment. You've got to try this out. You may try it out tomorrow and it may not work. You may try it out on Wednesday and it will work perfectly. You may try it out in a week and then there'll be a little dip. So experiment with it. Don't feel like it's going to be perfect tomorrow. Play with it. Have fun with it. And then the third step is perform. Once you've experimented, you get into a groove. You start to feel it working. You start to notice it in your body. Your mindset feels different when you wake up in the morning. Now you don't have to do all the conscious stuff anymore. It's kind of unconscious. And then finally, there'll always be struggle just before you're about to unlock this new level of greatness. And then finally, there's thrive. So to me, that reflection process is those 3 steps in between of experimenting, performing, and struggling. It's the ability to try something out, then reflect back and go, wait, how could I have done that 1% different? How could I have done that 2% different? What do I need to shift? And as soon as you start doing that, you start enjoying reflection. So reflection is not just in the mind. It's something you're practicing. It's something you're experimenting with. As soon as we do something that people don't understand, we're scared that they're not going to like us. And as soon as we think they're not going to like us for doing something they don't understand, we leave behind what we love. Because we say, well, I can't do it if they're going to misunderstand me. I can't do it if they're going to dislike me. I have so many friends right now, Mel, honestly, that are scared to put out a video because they feel the pressure from their own friends. People are not feeling pressure from the world. People are usually not worried about the comments that will come many years into being a creator. It's the people around us that we're most worried about. And so the only way we let go of that is recognizing and building this identity and insight that I can be a teacher and a creator. I can be a nurse and a podcaster. I can be a mom and own an online business. I can be 2 things at once and I don't need anyone else's permission. And by the way, when I pull it off, even then they won't understand. So it was never about them understanding. It was always about me focusing on what I love. The step I'd say in the most practical way to make it really, really simple for people and get away from any philosophical idea is it's actually not about falling in love with something new or finding something else. It's about extracting and learning every possible thing from where you are right now. Whatever job you're in.
But I don't want to do that, Jay, because I hate where I'm at.
But that is the thing. You can hate where you're at.
Yes.
And still gain all the skills you need for your future. When I was a consultant, I knew I did not want to be a consultant for the rest of my life. But I learned so many incredible skills from consulting that are so useful today.
Okay.
Whether it's negotiation, whether it's communication, whether it's presentation, whether it's connecting with clients, whatever it may be, there are so many skills. If you're working in a school, I promise you, there are so many skills. Passion is what brings you life. It's what brings you joy. It's what makes you feel like you're doing something exciting and exhilarating and thrilling. So for me, it's studying and learning and synthesizing. I could spend a weekend in a cave of books and never get out and make notes and study. That's one of my greatest passions in life. Your purpose is when you use your passion in the service of others. If your passion doesn't have a service element, if you don't use it to improve people's lives, if you don't use it to inform other people, if you don't use it to make a difference in someone's life, it's not a purpose. As soon as you achieve something, you forget how you dreamt of achieving it. As soon as you get somewhere, you forget how once upon a time, you couldn't even imagine getting there. Where you are today is what you wanted yesterday. And don't forget how you got there, because that's the hidden secret of how you get to the next place. When life's knocked you down, it's hard to be grateful for the good things in your life. And it's sometimes bad advice because someone's just lost a marriage,
yes,
lost a family member,
yes,
whatever it may be.
So there's the time for grieving, of course.
Absolutely.
And that's the mentally healthy response to have
Totally.
the avalanche of emotions.
But if you're going to be grateful, you sometimes have to do a counterintuitive practice. Instead of being grateful for what you have, think about how your life would be without something. I find that to be the greatest thing for gratitude. If I try and be grateful for something that I've had for a long time, I may get bored of it, I may be familiar with it. But if I ask myself, what would my life be without that? Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, I'm so grateful. What would my life be without? Have you ever had it where you just like hurt your little finger or like get a little cut and now you can't use a finger or you can't use a thumb and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for my hand because what would my life be like without it? This is the way we have to trick our mind. Humans are better at noticing something when it's about to go away. We always hear the phrase, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. So we have to use that in our favor to think, not what do I have that I'm so grateful for? What could I not live without?